I used the law of attraction to manifest my toxic boss out of her job, which isn't as harsh as it might sound because she was actually delighted with the outcome. So I'd started a new role, and within weeks I was a nervous wreck, spending my days tiptoeing around the office. I was ready to quit, but instead I tried one simple counterintuitive process, and 6 months later, she was gone. Today, I'm going to tell you exactly what I did that shifted me out of her vibrational range and physical reality. And the best part? It happened with zero confrontation. And if you're feeling anxious dealing with someone like this right now, I have a free 4-minute calming meditation. Grab it from the link below. But let's get into it. I'm not even sure why I was offered the job. Even in the interview, I had a feeling my soon-to-be boss wasn't vibing with me. She seemed grumpy when asking me questions and bored when I answered. So I was surprised when they offered me the job. And from day one, she criticised my work, and not in the constructive way, and picked holes in everything I did. About 6 weeks in, I was in a one-to-one meeting with her, and I found myself on the verge of tears. I just felt so demoralised. As I walked home that evening, I realised I had two choices. Number one, I could quit, or number two, I could try something radically different. I remembered a scene from The Secret, the documentary by Rhonda Byrne about the law of attraction, where a coach helped his client who was being bullied at work. The client deliberately shifted his energy, and one by one, the people at work who'd bullied him left. What he did might sound almost too simple, but I decided to give it a try. So what did I do? I started a 3-step practice of deliberate appreciation. And if you've just gone, not appreciation, bear with me because it works. So step one, I started with appreciation outside of the workplace. I began with a daily appreciation list, nothing to do with work, but just appreciating things that I enjoyed and that felt good. That could be like a lovely walk, a movie I enjoyed with friends, even a lovely cup of tea. This got my rusty appreciation muscles moving, and the shift in how I felt was quick. My work anxiety had leaked into my evenings and weekends. So I felt I had this cloud always hanging over me. But refocusing on what I appreciated and enjoyed brought some balance and happiness back into my life. Step two is work appreciation. So after a couple of weeks, once my appreciation muscles had warmed up, I turned my attention to work appreciation. I made a list and I wrote down things like my salary pays my bills, the coffee is actually good and free, and I can walk to work through some really lovely green spaces. Every day I added something new and read over the list each evening before going to sleep. Reading back the list of things that I appreciated really anchored within me those good feelings. And it took me from focusing habitually on what didn't feel good to what did feel good. And I started making friends with people at work, my computer stopped malfunctioning, and my boss started working from home more and more often. So we were spending less and less time together, which was a huge relief. So step 3, honestly, this step at first I thought might be impossible. This is the step where I wanted to appreciate my boss. Now, if you've been in the same situation, you might be thinking, nope, absolutely not. After everything that person has put me through, there's no way I'm going to spend my time appreciating them. But I would encourage you to try. Find just one thing, because appreciating them is about helping you feel better. The first thing I came up with to appreciate my boss for was that she gave me a job when I needed one. The next thing I wrote down that I appreciated about her was her dress sense after she rocked up to work one day in an outfit I admired. And a few days later, I saw her put money into a collection pot for somebody who was leaving, and I decided that was something I could appreciate about her generosity. After a couple of months, I was almost back to feeling like myself again. I was happier, more confident in my job. I noticed that the more things I was appreciating, the more I found to appreciate and the better I felt. Now, this part is really important. The act of appreciating isn't simply writing down nice things on a piece of paper or a device. You really have to feel your appreciation, and it has to be genuine. How do you know if you're genuinely appreciating or just going through the motions? You know by how you feel. If you feel good while doing it, you're in a genuine state of appreciation. One way I helped myself feel genuine appreciation for my boss was to close my eyes, take a couple of deep breaths, focus on my heart center as I thought about something I appreciated about her, like her generosity. And what happened was 3 months after writing my first appreciation list, the company announced a round of redundancies. My boss's job was axed. And although there was another position that she could apply for, she decided not to. Another 3 months later, and my boss was gone. And the best part was that she was delighted. She'd been with the company a long time and got a great redundancy package and was able to take time out of the workplace altogether and spend time with her young kids. And me, I went on to stay in that job very happily for the next few years. Was this all just a happy coincidence? Knowing what I know about manifestation, my answer is no. When I deliberately and consciously felt genuine appreciation, I moved myself into a higher vibration. That meant I was no longer a match to my boss's lower vibration. The universe could no longer put us together because we were no longer in vibrational resonance. To be clear, we cannot manifest for another person. But what the universe can do is it has the bigger picture and knows how to put all the pieces together to give everyone what they want. If you found this helpful, please like and subscribe to watch more videos on manifesting a job and a life that you love. And if you feel stuck in a job you hate, watch this video for 9 ways to stop the work dread. Thanks for watching.